It feels good to be back in the studio, recovering from a nasty flu, and I'm ready today. There is a total of 5 great heroes to summon on the upcoming Guardian Tales banners, including Captain Valencia, Miss Chrom, Orca, Lapis, and the Ice Witch Lupina. But who is worse? Your gems. As usual, we will get started with a new overall utility ranking card for each hero, and I will give you my recommendation and priority pool for beginners, mid-game players at the end of the video. So let's get started with Miss Chrom. She is a light hero dealing range damage with critical hit chance party buff of 40%. She is the first hero capable of wearing 2 weapons, yes, 2 weapons, 2 rifles at a time, which makes her a top tier on my badass list. With very low attack stats, Miss Chrom is clearly not a DPS. She is rather a sub-DPS with great HP and defense bulk that makes her quite tanky. A weapon, the Black Mamba, uses silence. That allows her to delay your opponent's weapon skill for 2 seconds. Please note that silence works against enemies in PvP and also against little mobs in PvE, but does not work against bosses. While it sounds strong for PvP, Miss Chrom works way better in 3vs3 because of her special ability that helps her to get a attack boost and damage reduction when your party member uses their weapon skills as well. Hence why she is much more consistent in the 3vs3 mode than Arena. At last, Miss Chrom will require you a lot of resources, as you will need to max out the 2 weapons in order to get the most out of her. But she's definitely a versatile hero that can fit in many teams for your PvE needs and can be very competitive in the 3vs3 mode if you want to. Let's keep it running with one of the most loved units in the entire game, Ice Witch Lupina. Being a very old release character in Guardian Tales, the production has given many buffs to Lupina along the way, but unfortunately not enough to compete with the best. Lupina is a dark melee hero with critical hit party buff that still can put a decent damage in throwing wolves at long range across elements. Unfortunately, her kit has nothing to offer except being able to deal AoE damage on both attack and chain skill, making her great on maps with a lot of enemies. Her weapon, the Hammerrock, only gives 40% chance to summon up to 2 extra wolves, which is way too low and pretty sad, as these wolves can hit pretty hard on top of a chain skill that has a great 450% DPS. Overall, Lupina remains a collector favorite only, has a decent damage but is totally paper made, with no defense mechanism, which makes her fade away against other units that have way more utility. And by the way, if you enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to destroy that like button. Next is Captain Valencia. She is a warrior with light element coming with a unique party buff, plus 100% critical hit multiplier, which can double the damage given if your heroes manage to land a critical hit at first. Her overall movement and attacks remind me of Lapis, except she does not have any movement speed and rather use Lightning Sting that makes her charge towards enemies to deal damage. A weapon, August, gives a guaranteed critical hit on the 3rd hit, 100% more DPS on Lightning Sting, and allows the Phantoms to range once more when using the Mirage Rush. Lightning Sting remains her bread and butter, as it will increase her attack by 40% and, most importantly, increase your allies' attack by 20% for 4 seconds, a very nice support skill here. Overall, Valencia is great for PvE, especially in story mode and guild raids if you want to build a light melee team, but with such a party buff, it will require your team to get at least 1 critical hit chance party buffer and a lot of crit stats in order to maximize her utility. The restraint of the movement makes her not that great in PvP, so she scores a nice A+. Next in line is Orca. So we covered recently Orca in the Slayer Andras banner video, who actually kind of took the place of Orca in the reds, but Orca remains an amazing option. You can check out the video for more details, but overall, Orca with a great HP and attack stats, and a unique setup of placing mines all around her to trap opponents and deal additional DPS, her range damage party buff and abilities to reduce water resistance on the normal attack have made her a milestone with the Garam, the water raid teams. She can be very fun to play in intricate arena maps if you fancy challenging your gameplay. Definitely a good addition in PvE stages with lots of enemies as well. The only thing is, she relies a lot on landing those mines on your enemies to be able to generate more mines for optimal damage, which requires you to pay great attention to where you place them. And last on the list today is Lapis, which has two different weapons, so two different skill sets. An original weapon, Innocent, made her viable as a guild raid party buffer with 50% to light attack members for the melee teams, and a special ability Swiftness increase her movement speed and attack by 30% for 5 seconds when she's hit by enemies, which makes her fun to play and competitive in some short arena maps. For the second version of Lapis with her second weapon, Radiant, it provides her with a 50% melee damage party buff, which sounds more versatile, but no, she is still a light-centric support in this version, as she reduces light tap resistance by 30% on a Shen skill, and is capable to increase the critical hit chance of party members by 10%, up to 30% for each light member in your party, which can fit well for a melee red team, a light melee red team with Carol, Valencia for example, to increase that hit multiplier chance. Overall, in both versions, Lapis remains a old unit and score a flight A. It's time for my short priority pool recommendation for beginners and mid-game players, but before I start, I must mention that none of these heroes today are a must pool in my experience, as most of them are very niche, or they have better counterpart, or they requires a lot of resources to shine well, like Miss Chrom with their two weapons. But if you still want to burn some gems, here is the order. Number 5, last on the list, Lupina. Number 4, Lapis. Number 3, Captain Valencia. Number 2, Orca. And number 1, Miss Chrom. Once again, this is for beginners and mid-game players. And please let us know in the comment section below, will you pull on this banner or not? Which hero will be your favorite, and what do you think about the ranking? I'm always happy to hear from your experience and opinion. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to destroy that like button, hit that bell, and turn on your notification to support the channel and receive more Guardian Tales content. As usual, I wish you all to be safe, to be well, and until the next, stay tuned everybody.